Hello friends, today we are going to implement half adder, right? So actually what is half adder is nothing but addition of two numbers of one bit, right? So actually we are having two inputs, that is here we had considered a and b as the input. Both the inputs is of one bit, and output is what here in half adder we will have two outputs, that is sum and carry, right? So first of all we have to draw the truth table for the half adder, right? As we had seen that there are two inputs, so I had taken two inputs a and b. So how many combinations will be there? So 2 to the power n is nothing but the number of inputs, so 2 to the power 2, that is two number of inputs are there, so that's why four combinations I had written here. Now I have to find out sum and carry for the in provided inputs, right? So in half adder, actually if both the inputs are 0, then sum will be 0 and carry will be 0. This is the first case. Second case is that if one of the input among these two inputs are 1, then your sum will be 1 and carry will be 0. So that's why here you can see that one of the input is 1 among these two, so that's why sum is 1 and carry is 0. Here also one of the input is 1, that's why sum 1 carry 0. And third case is that if both the inputs are 1, then that time your sum will be 0 and carry will be 1, right? So now is the thing is that we have to draw the circuit for the calculated outputs, right? So for that we will require the equation, so we will just write the equation in SOP form. So here we had written the equations for sum and carry. So a b bar plus a bar b is also can be written as a XOR b, right? Now you can see that this is the diagram or circuit which we had drawn for your half adder. Actually here a bar b plus a b bar means what? This is the formula for a XOR b, that's why we had used here XOR gate, and we had provided two inputs, that is a and b, and here we will get the output as s equal to a XOR b, or that a XOR b can also be written as a bar b plus a b bar. Now for carry we have to implement, so here dot means AND gate, so that's why we had taken AND gate, and we had provided this a and b as an input to this AND gate, so here we will get the output for carry. So this is the logical implementation of half adder. Now we have to perform it using virtual digital IC trainer kit. But before that we have to just do numbering and find out which ICs we will require for performing this half adder, right? So just this is the diagram for half adder. Here in this picture you can see that I had given the numbers, pin numbers to this logic gates, right? So here you can see that this is the XOR gate. So which gates I will require? This is XOR gate, so first gate required is XOR gate, and this is what? AND gate. So second gate required is your AND gate, right? Now just what we have to do, we have to give numbers to this gates. So this is XOR gate. So as I told you before this also, that each logic gate IC is having four gates in it, right? So that means if I just use the IC for XOR gate, so that XOR gate IC will have four XOR gates in it. So I'm using here first XOR gate pins, so that's why 1 and 2 numbers are input and 3 is the output. For a AND gate also similarly, right? So now this we have to implement using here just I'll use here uh, virtual digital IC trainer kit. So here this is the virtual digital IC trainer kit, and we have to implement this circuit diagram using this virtual digital IC trainer kit. So here you can see that this is XOR gate and this is what your AND gate. So that means two sockets will require, one for XOR gate and one for AND gate, right? So just I'll just place IC here. Which IC I'll require? XOR gate IC is required. So just check for So this is called two input exclusive OR, that means your OR gate. So here I'll just use your XOR gate IC. Now next IC required is for AND gate. So just add IC from here. So here 7408 is the IC number. So just I'll use this AND gate, I place this AND gate IC here. Right now just see the circuit. So here two inputs are there, A and B. So we have to take two inputs from this input section, right, and 3 is the output of this XOR gate. So just I'll take two inputs from this uh, input section to the XOR IC, and 3 is the output pin. So this is the output for sum. Since the equation for sum is A XOR B and this is the XOR gate IC. Now just 40 number pin is your VCC pin, and 7 number pin is your ground pin. Right now we had made connections for this XOR gate. Now we have to make connections for AND gate, right? So just this same input A and B is the input to this AND gate. So just I'll use, this is A, so this is input A, and this is what B input to the AND gate. So this is second input. Now 3 is the output, so which should be displayed in your output section. So this is the output for carry, right? 7 number pin is your ground, and 14 number pin is your VCC, right? So these connections are over for sum and carry, right? So now I'll turn on the circuit. Right now just you should have a truth table in front of you for just checking the output, whether we are getting it or not, right? So just what if I provide both the inputs as 0 0, then that time your sum will be 0 and carry will be 0, right? We are having three cases in your half adder. First case is what, if both the inputs are 0, then sum will be 0 and carry will be 0. This is sum button and this is your carry output, right? So case here you can see that both the inputs are 0 0, so that's why sum equal to 0 and carry equal to 0. Now next is what, if one of the input is 1 among these two inputs, for example here you can see that here one of the input among these two inputs are 1, then that time your sum will be 1 and carry will be 0, right? Now if both the inputs are 1, so that time your sum will be 0 and carry will be 1, right? Here you can see that another case, if A equal to 1 and B equal to 0, then that time sum equal to 1 and carry equal to 0. So this is proof that the circuit is working properly, since our truth table is verified as for the given inputs, right? So that's all. So I'll just turn off the circuit, right? And again if I reset this connection, so it will look like this, right? So it will be ready for another implementation of a circuit, right? That's it.